Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 25 of Trials of Imagination as we play through the campaign Curse of Strahd. If this is your first time here, we are the group Trials of Imagination, which is a group of friends that get together and like to play Dungeons and Dragons together. What?
You're all set, tech-wise?
Oh gosh.
Hold on, I got it.
There we go.
I fixed it.
Got random people talking preemptively. Okay. Anyways, this is first time here. We're a group of Trials of Imagination, just a group of friends that like to get together and play Dungeons and Dragons together. This is our second campaign as a group. We started with 4 and then expanded this campaign to 6 of us, so it's a nice healthy sized group that we just like to get together and nerd out and have a good time. We got a few announcements, but before we do, you might notice throughout the stream that we do not really engage with chat vocally. This is normal, so don't think anything of it. We just have a tight window of how long this thing lasts. Really, we got about 2 hours to get everything going and all the, get all the players some time to interact and get the lore going at the world. So we don't really stop to engage with chat during the episode. We do, however, try to be in chat itself and engage there. So we'll try to answer anything you guys present in chat itself, but you will not hear us actually talk to you in chat vocally to respond to chat directly. However, at the very end of the episode, we do have a segment where we try to just go to like the post-stream chat section, basically, where that is all we do, is just engage with you guys and talk about the episode for a little bit before ending the night. So if that's your thing, just wait till the end and it will be available there. We have a few announcements for the night, so we'll go ahead and turn it over to Miss SJ, who will take over the announcements, and then we'll come back and do a few things before we're proceeding to the episode. So, SJ, take it away.
Hi, everybody.
Hold on.
Yeah, I was about to say it. We have to wait for Miller to turn on his camera, or else it's not going to be me.
Sure.
But
great.
We have things of streaming.
A nice, yellow thing.
Hello. Oh, here I am.
Yay!
Hi.
Go for it.
Okay. All right. So today we are having. I can read. We are at episode 25, everybody. Woohoo! Episode 25 of Curse of Strahd. So yes, 1/4 to 100. I'm like reading off of the announcement list here. We have a merch store, which I'm wearing some of the merch. I'm actually going to need to buy a new hoodie because this one is not going to fit me much longer because I am pregnant and my stomach's like, no. So we have a merch store. If someone wants to throw that link up in chat, it's hashtag, wow, exclamation point merch. There we go. Thank you, Lava. All right. Also, we have our Patreon. So if you would like to support us in a different way other than subbing or just being here, because we appreciate whether or not you sub, we appreciate you being here, and we hope that you really enjoy Trials of Imagination and the interactions that we have and all that. But we also have set up a Patreon, so you can get fun things there like stickers and dice boxes, and also have the opportunity to even play with us on some other events. We also have our podcast. Right now, the podcast comes out once a month. And then if you join Patreon, there's also a Patreon-only episode once a month. And I have also been turning our campaign episodes into audio only. So those will also be on the podcast if you want to listen to them there. I believe Spotify also now has a rating system. So if you can go and give us 5 stars or whatever their equivalent is to that, we'd really appreciate it. So last week, Matt, our DM, had made a Journey So Far video, and that is now up on our YouTube by itself. So you don't have to watch through the beginning of the episode to see it. So you can watch it by itself on our YouTube channel. And also, last but not least, we have a special giveaway at the end. So please stay tuned for that. We're excited. And as always, there are new things coming. And that's it.
All right. Thank you, Miss SJ. always something in the works. We wouldn't know what to do if we weren't working on something at this point. Yeah, so that is the announcements. We've gone over what to expect in terms of chat. Just slight disclaimer if it wasn't already evident. My voice is a little under the weather. Just has a lot of like sinus crap the past couple of days, so I'm going to do my best to sound normal, but we will try. So if I fall short, my bad, but I'm going to give it what I got and do my best. So yeah, so that's all I can think of to go in. Again, I mean, actually I already said it, but giveaway at the end of the episode. So if that's your thing and you want to win something for free, stick around until then. Pretty much all you have to do is literally show up in chat. That's it. You literally say anything in there, we got you. You're in there. You're in the list. You're in the running. So yeah, I think that's good enough. If this is your first time here or if this is not your first time here, it's time for the intro video. So enjoy. And welcome back, everybody. Ready to get into this episode. So, last week, we had a jolly old time where Millard got stabbed. Jay somehow
died.
Millard basically died.
You didn't die. You just turned into a black creature with red glowing eyes.
Jay somehow made a pole disappear into his body. You missed some times. It was an interesting spectacle to behold, but very entertaining. It actually ended up being a dream to where we transitioned to Ismark waking up and he had a dream and or vision of sorts of some sort of really strange event that went sideways and did not go well. And Millard ended up turning into some form of creature or being at the end of it. Nonetheless, they proceeded onward, and as Ismark was going through the rest of his watch, he noticed that things were starting to transpire exactly how they did in the dream, which is a little concerning. All of which met to a head when Millard started sleepwalking down the stairs, which was what happened right before things went south. So Ismark chose at that moment to go ahead and intervene to see if he could kind of stop the events of what happened in the dream. And sure enough, things took a turn at that point. So that's when things departed and became their own. The rest of the episode proceeded for the group having a plan of how to move forward, which they eventually made their way in the direction of Vallaki, along the way stopping at the Evilous River one more time, of which Miller did go to touch and kind of recoiled a little bit, but we don't really have a lot of knowledge at the moment. That's just all we know. And they made their way after that north and kind of northwest and a lot of directions, ultimately west and then slightly north, making their way to Vallaki. But before getting there, stopped at the Vistani camp, close by a pool that is led by a waterfall known as the Sur Pools that the camp is right next to. Saw quite a few people at a fire as well as a tent. Had a very short conversation before one of them revealed that, hey, Madame Eva has literally been waiting for you. Our lovely dwarf Nadar decided to try to run headfirst into the tent, in which case he yeeted out the side of the woods instead of landing in the tent, and repeated the same step again with the same result before Ayla stepped into the tent. and had a brief conversation with Madame Eva that was kind of ominous and cryptic without a lot of details, but answering some questions that Ayla had in some regards. At the end of that conversation, Ayla left, and Madame Eva told to send Zahel in which case Zahel comes in, and the last thing we hear in the episode is Madame Eva looking at Zahel and saying that she would like to have a conversation about his brother. And that is where we picked off where we left off last episode, where we pick up this episode. So, Mr. Ricardo, Master Zahel, the last thing you heard is Madame Eva saying, I'd like to have a conversation about your brother.
Him, huh? I assume he's still romping around, disturbing the natural order of things.
Use him well, Master Zahel. Well, indeed. Tell me, how long has it been since you've spoken to your brother by blood?
Not quite long enough.
I sense contention.
I feel like you probably knew that before you brought me in here. Else you wouldn't have brought it up.
Well, of course. I wouldn't be a very good seer if I didn't, now would I? But it's more fun to hear it from you.
So you're a masochist.
Yeah. Different words, different things, you know. You get old enough, you just do things for entertainment, my dear boy.
And how? That was Richard, not Zahel.
Quite an interesting history you have across the board, I would say.
If by interesting you mean diametrically opposed, then yes.
Death and shadow seem to follow you where you go. Does it not?
That it does.
The military man, yes.
The difference between us, as you, I'm sure, know, is that I respect that natural order.
And no doubt your brother did not, yes.
You could say that.
Hence the contention. But you've had no short of contention in your life, whether it be a conflict like this, or contention perhaps in the loss of a brother, but not by blood. Ring any bells?
Gods have an interesting sense of humor like that.
Smart boy. That they do, my child. That they do.
You know, I don't even know which one of them decided to give me this ability to channel, to be honest. I don't suppose you could give me any insight on that, could you?
Be more specific with your question, boy. Quite a broad thing you're looking for.
Well, let's put it bluntly. My magic is divine. What I've seen pushes me away from the divine, and in some cruel twist of fate, it's been given to me. Thought maybe I could use it to save, but
such is the way of the world, I'm afraid. Light chases dark, and vice versa. It is the fate of many. And what you try to run away from, the harder you might try to run away from it, the harder it chases after you. No doubt you've experienced this, yes.
Yeah, that's safe to say.
You know, I'm a very good seer. Not to compliment myself, but I'm very good. But there's something tricky about you. You're running from something, but not physically. No. Something internally. Very interesting. I'm trying to piece it together. You're a very unique man, Mr. Zahel. Not many come in here with whatever contraption you have going on inside of your head that seems to be broken.
Well, that makes two of us that don't understand it.
Yet another collapsing moment of a brother, but not by blood, yes? Seems like this one might be more recent.
Yes.
I see. And what did this contraption in your mind serve?
It functioned as a wall.
And walls really only serve two purposes, my dear boy, for either keeping something in or keeping something out. Now, I'm not going to be a betting person because between you and me, I would win. But I'm going to assume it is for the latter.
That's a fair assumption.
Quite impressive, whoever this brother yet not of blood did for you. Even if it did collapse in the end. And do tell me, just for sake of intrigue, did this collapse on its own, or was this after the unfortunate ending of said brother not by blood?
It was after.
Ah.
And while the barrier helped, it felt more like a dam by a village. Sure, the flowing river over time would erode things away. But when the dam burst and the entire village gets obliterated in one go, which one's worse?
Wise words. I see your mind like a bridge. Above the river that is flowing, yet the bridge is slowly breaking. I think, again, if I am to be a gambling person, that many of these moments in your life, Master Zahel, are chipping away at you. But you move on, you move forward as best you can, yet chip away does it still. That is, of course, just what I see metaphorically. Who knows? I could be completely wrong.
Nothing's invincible after all.
Quite right you are. Perhaps you should see a little more what I see. And she's going to reach out her hand in your direction. You're far enough away, she's not going to touch you. But she just kind of starts to focus in, and you see the room start to twist and contort around you, and things start to really move around and just completely reshape until what is left around you is what was previously described, except one thing she did not mention, as you're about to see. Once I get the player tag over here. There we go. I'll pull the map up for you guys. Is that the river is pure blood.
Bum, bum, bum.
And that everything around it, likewise, is just red, including the light. And you're standing on the bridge that indeed is crumbling and breaking away by bits as the river runs under it. And you're at the center of the bridge, standing directly over the water, and across a broken path, you do see Idris standing there looking at you. You do not see Madame Eva at this point.
It's going to be that kind of night, huh?
Is that Richard or Zahel?
Yes.
Okay, what do you do?
Give me just a second. For some reason, I have to disable and re-enable animations to get this to work.
Unfortunate. Worst case, if you have to pull up stream, it'll work on there. Oh.
And I can't remember how to pull up the settings for that.
The joys of streaming new technical things, just trying to figure it out from time to time.
I see the map, it's just not animated right now.
Gotcha. That's weird.
So I can still work. Yeah, it's weird. I figured out last time I had to disable animations and then re-enable it, and then it works. And it's strange.
Interesting. Okay.
You know what? That may fix it. Just a second. I thought my ad tracker blocker was disabled, but it wasn't.
Yay!
And that disables a lot of elements from running.
There you go. That might be the culprit. Could be.
But anyway.
So you see the scenery before you.
Sure am seeing you a lot lately, old friend.
Hello. Zahel. This is not like the last place that we talked. It is a lot
Nowhere near it.
It is a lot more red.
Yeah, this is considerably less pleasant.
What is this place?
At least per Madame Eva, it's a representation of my mind. I don't know if she's doing this or if I'm responding to what she described, but she's a little cocky, talking about how I'm such a tortured individual and whatnot. It's not like that's difficult to figure out. As he kind of chuckles to himself.
That you are correct. I suppose it does seem synonymous with what the inner mechanisms of your mind would be. But it is troublesome, if so.
I don't think it was like this before you died.
I see.
When you died, I felt it break. It was a very clear and obvious thing.
I am sorry, Zahel. I did try to make something that would be more permanent, but I don't think I expected my death to be that soon. There was still more that could be done.
Well, I wasn't expecting it to be so soon either, but
What will you do if the bridge continues to crumble?
honestly, I don't know. Maybe I can finally be the one to go instead of someone else before that happens.
If so, you would owe me a great deal of debt from the afterlife, from the bets of the amount of times that we said you would likely die first.
I was hoping you'd forget that part.
Not
You know,
to
I
be.
don't have that kind of money.
That is true. Not to be in what I access as dark humor, but ironic that it was the opposite and it ended up being me.
You'd think I'd be used to that, but I'm not.
And suddenly you're going to see black start to form at the bottom of Idris's legs.
Does
Not-
it look like?
Yeah.
Well, no, I guess that wasn't my dream, so never mind.
But for the sake of for Richard, yes. Yes, it does. And it starts to creep up his legs, and Idris just looks down. Well, that is odd.
Wait, you don't know what it is?
Black goop?
Well, at least that credits me back a little bit in my favor on the bets. You don't know something.
And he quickly changes from kind of like confused to suddenly like more of concerned as his body kind of tightens up.
I
Zahel?
assume I noticed that change in his demeanor.
Yes.
As
Zahel?
soon as he does that change, Zahel will bolt and try to jump that gap.
Okay. Every time you run that direction, it feels like you're not moving. Like your body is running and you are moving and you are trying to jump, but it's like it's watching yourself as if like the thing's like going, but as you go, no progress is made. It's just forward, but at the same spot.
Invisible wall syndrome.
Or like the never-ending dream stretch, as if it's like somehow stretching yet being in the same place.
Why can't I move? Can you come this way at all?
Zahel, I do not like this.
Nope, can't do that. That's a touch spell. Also a touch spell.
And you see it like kind of like violently suddenly like a very tall Idris, which you know he's tall boy and heavy boy, suddenly like yanked down to his knees. He's just kind of twitching.
There's nothing else happening. No one here, no sound or anything that.
Nope.
He's just kind of trying to look around, scan, figure out anything. He kind of snaps to stay with me when he looks down.
He's just starting to look
Do
at
I have
his hands is like it's starting to cover there too.
Do I have any inkling as to what this might be?
You can roll a history check.
You would pick one of my worst ones. 18.
Okay. You would be very similar to Mark last week when he attempted to do this in a dream. Except your backstory has one thing that he does not. So, with an 18, you have read something in particular that looking at this not only jars a memory, but jars a very unpleasant memory. Dare I say one of PTSD. And in terms of making this connection, you also fall to your knees rather violently, although you not being pulled, just more of reactionary.
Yeah.
And
as he kind of falls, he just says,
Zahel. And Idris is going to look out at you as he kind of like looks a little more calm now. So he just kind of puts his hands down. Don't let the darkness consume you.
is it growing up on me at all, or?
Not at all. And you see it fully cover him, and it's covered. You can see like the lights kind of through it, and it just, the lights dim out. In which case, everything around you then shifts and moves right back, and you're back into the tent with Madame Eva once more.
He
Only
doesn't say anything, but he does just kind of
yeah, the last thing he,
real hard.
and you were on your knees in the tent.
Oh.
I saw what you saw, my dear boy. Lost have you multiple brothers, not by blood, in tragic ways, all of which seem to actually be of a non-contentious manner. Now there is but one left, but it is by blood, and there is contention. Shall you lose him the same way?
Sorry, that it all of a sudden started working. Apparently the suite had to update, and that distracted me.
It's like, it's moving.
There was extra noise coming from somewhere, and yeah, it updated.
Okay, did you hear what all she said?
Give me the last part again. I was just trying to figure out what was going on.
Okay. I'll just say the whole thing again. So, she said, lost have ye not one but two brothers, not of blood, but yet both of those were not of contention. So you have one brother that does remain and is by blood, yet is contended. But shall ye lose him the same way, due to the contention?
He's gonna have to do a lot of convincing.
Master Zahel haven't given up on someone.
Is he here?
Is he here? Would you dare spoil the fun for yourself? Oh, never mind. I love spoiling things. Yes, he is here. Where, I cannot say. Your brother is like an enigma. Master Zeke likes to travel from place to place to place very quickly. Hard to track that boy.
You know, you can love someone still, but not like anything that they are a part of.
It seems fair. I felt you had earned the right to know from all of your woes you've experienced on your journey so far. Yes, I knew about Mr. Idris before you telling, but again, it's more fun to hear from your side. So, what will you do now, Master Zahel, with this new information?
You know, I honestly don't know.
Looking
I'm
like a
not going to
true
go chasing him down, but I'm not going to run from him either. It's been long enough. We should probably hammer this out, even if that involves literally hammering each other.
Spoken like a true military man and a brother.
But some principles you just can't yield on.
Do not worry, I'll be watching from afar. I find it quite entertaining. Very well, that is all the information I had for you. Just felt like it would be nice for you to know going in to see how you proceed. In fairness, do you have any questions for me before you folks depart to Valaki? For that is where you're going, is it not?
Well, if you saw the same thing I saw, and you saw the goo, as it were.
And what is your question, my
How
dear
do we
boy?
fight it?
Oh, my dear Zahel. There are not many things in this world or the next that can contend with darkness like that. However, I am a fair person, and I am a person of my word. I did say I would answer a question for you, and you have been through a lot. I pity you. There is an individual here who would know a little more about what you are asking. There is indeed a way to fight this, though it will not be simple. And the cost will likely
It never is.
and the cost will likely be great. But it is not impossible. And it is all here. Well, it is accessible via here, I should say. Not in this tent, obviously. I don't really have a lot of room for all these things, but you know,
I don't know if you can hear me, but my internet is completely glitching out right now.
Oh no.
Like the most important part.
You've already heard this name, but find ye Master
Let me
Henrik.
rejoin.
No.
Let's see if it.
Ah,
There it is, like a
I
boss.
know.
no.
Everyone put the pieces together. There we are. We actually never lost you, ironically. I guess you just couldn't hear us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's roboting out on me. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you now.
You guys all sound like T-Pain to me right now.
Nice.
Not Michael Jackson.
All right.
I think
Yeah.
it may have stabilized. All right.
Okay. So the last thing she said to you is, there's a way to fight this, but it's not a.
She said the last thing I heard was there may be someone here,
Mhm.
and then that's when you went T-Pain on me.
Gotcha. Well, she said that there are, and that the items are here, and then she said, not in this tent, obviously, because that would be ridiculous. I assume you're intelligent enough to, infer that it is actually in the world, but yes, they are here, or at least accessible via here. You've already heard this name a time or two, but seek ye the man Henrik, and find a way for the question you are seeking you will. But be warned, this will not be an easy road if this is the one you choose. Honorable it may be. And should you make it to the end of said road alive, what a great road it'll be. But an easy one. Far, far from it.
It seems you see enough to know that I never take the easy road anyway.
No, my dear boy, there's far too much shadow following you for that ever to be the case. And for what it's worth, I am sorry about many of your dear friends. It's a rather tragic story to look back upon. Even for me, every now and then I have to go look at horses frolicking through a meadow after looking into your mind.
Can't fault you for that.
Yeah. But I've been around for a long time, and every now and then I like the sorrow, and I come right back to it. So this was nice. You may go now, Master Zahel. I bid you all farewell on your journey to Vistani. Good luck there. It is a strange place. I've never been much of a city person. Too much ich.
I can agree to that.
Yep. Very well. Perhaps try to keep that dwarf from jumping into tents in Vistani. I don't think it would go as well as it did here.
Yeah, I'll try.
And entertaining it shall be, my boy.
That's the word we're using. Gotcha.
Oh, and Zahel, she catches you as you start to go out the tent door. Don't let the darkness consume you. Goodbye.
Thanks, Idris. As he kind of takes a second to and just compose himself and be stoic again before he steps out.
Got it. Okay. So the closest around the tent would be Nadar, Ayla, Ismark, and Mark. Also, it's kind of close-ish tent. So you guys see Zahel emerge from the tent.
Oh, what I was gonna do is what I was gonna ask is, while he was in there, could I have just moved over to the fire and just sitting there poking it with a stick?
Sure.
Yes. Can you switch our map, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you don't like the River of Blood?
No, it's literally making me sick looking at it.
It looks tasty.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, you're back.
Okay, thank you.
There. Nadar's there poking it with a stick.
All right, so Zahel emerges from the tent.
So, how was it?
Unpleasant.
Sounds about right.
Par for the course for this place, really.
Did she ask for anybody else before we head out?
She did not.
All right. And I know Idris is probably wants to get going because we still have a ways to go and we don't want to be stuck out in nightfall.
You mean Ismark?
I said Ismark.
Nope.
Dang it!
You said Idris.
Really?
Yes.
I think I just heard to cheer his mark.
Okay.
I was like, are you?
My
My thought was like, are you trying to break Zahel?
I think my ears auto-corrected.
Let's just say that's what Zahel heard.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blame the baby. The baby stole my brain.
Sure. While they're conversating, one of the vistani is over in Millard's direction. Aye, fella. Mr. Gambling folk. I saw you doing a little money swap with some of my buddies over there.
Oh mate, I took all his money.
Oh, no,
What
no,
do you want?
he's a sucky bloke. He's terrible at gambling. I bet that little short one over there, is that a dwarf? Yeah. I bet I could throw that bloke at least 30 feet.
What if you throw him 35 feet?
If I could throw a dwarf 35 feet, I probably wouldn't be here at this camp. I'd be places, you know?
What kind of places, mate?
I don't
What are
know.
you talking?
Somewhere where you throw dwarves 35 feet?
Mate, you're off your rocker.
Is this dude Uncle Rico?
Look. I'm willing to bet 10 pieces I can throw him at least 30 feet.
Thank you, mate. That's a mighty long ways.
You can passive perception. I'll give you. He's a little inebriated.
Only a little.
You talking about that dwarf right there, mate?
Are there more?
How does Nadar look? As I point over to him.
I'm just kind of sulking there by the fire, poking it.
It's got a stick, right?
Yeah, it's got a stick. I'm just poking the fire with it.
With it's on fire. The stick.
Yep.
Right, mate. You go and try that for 10 pieces. I'll gladly watch you try.
I
But one condition. If you don't, you gotta give me a hat.
It's really cold.
Oh, I know it is, mate. I was just, I could really use a hat.
Okay, Rocket.
Alright, fine. In fairness, if I do it, I get 10 pieces and your sock. Because my left one's got a hole in it.
These are my favorite socks, mate.
That's my favorite hat.
You don't have a favorite hat?
Of course I do. It's my only hat, but it's just my favorite.
Mate, I don't think you want to do this. You might get hurt.
I might get hurt. I'm not going getting thrown 30 feet.
Okay, mate. You go ahead and try to throw that dwarf 30 feet. And I walk over towards the other our other two companions.
So you went down to Irina and Elberth?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll stay with you three.
Does Nadar notice that he seems to come out with some strange intent sort of thing?
I'm gonna
yet.
talk. So, oi, check out this. As I point towards the scene about to happen.
All right, so
How drunk is Nadar
So
at this point?
He's
Elberth.
very sober. He hasn't had much to drink, other than
Doesn't matter. He's got a burning
to drink.
stick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's got a burning stick, and he's put his hand on his axe as the other guy goes behind him.
So
On a wise note, it might be ready to travel.
So Elberth and Irina now look in the direction of where Millard points and sees Vistani kind of walking behind Nadar, but you didn't really tell him what he's doing, so they don't have anything to go off of just yet. And then Nadar, you're just gonna feel two hands reach under your shoulders and like under your armpits and just like try to pick you up.
I am going to immediately kick him.
Okay. He's
Just
let's see. Wow, really? Okay. He's going to get kicked, but he's gonna somehow hold on. Just, oh. Oh.
I'm gonna pull out my axe.
Hold on,
And put
Master
both hands above my head.
And you get thrown while holding an axe above your head and go a maximum of 5 feet. Just literally right next to him. Just, you didn't tell me that bloke weighed. You didn't tell me the bloke weighed as much of a mountain.
I didn't tell you he didn't weigh as much of a mountain. Didn't I? And I swiped the hat off his head.
He just kind of throws the money in your hand. So you get...
Happy dating me, you folks. We'll be off in a second. Once I converse with my friends, say it.
And he's... Nadar, you can even, like, as you're looking up, just notice him just like kind of angrily and drunkenly just...
Hey guys, I've made some not nice friends with the friendly folk over here, so I would advise we leave as soon as possible.
Nadar's gonna yell after him. That's what you get!
As you can see, Nadar is not having the best time, and I think it would be best if we snacked him up and left as soon as possible.
Assuming that we saw what happened, because it wasn't that far away.
Yeah, you all saw it.
Okay. You
The
paid
what?
Nadar for his trouble, correct? I assume you got money out of whatever that was.
I got him a hat. He loves hats. Like it's his 5th favorite thing.
Hats are my 20th favorite thing.
I bought
Right
this
after
fair
rocks.
and square with the money.
Wait, rocks are number 1, so that means hats are number 2. Or is it 3?
We all know you love drinking, number 3.
No, drinking's number 2.
Oh,
The-
see?
The Vistani
Or is it
in
number
front
So
of...
rocks, drinking, hats.
Hat.
The Vistani in front of
What about
Nadar...
axes?
The Vistani in front of Nadar is gonna turn around. It's alright, mate. You probably wouldn't want that one anyways. Frederick over there, he's kind of got a weird obsession with geology and the rocks and stuff. It's a rather unpleasant
Why?
hat. It's kind of like kind of rocky.
The one that my friend here has?
Yeah.
Nadar just grabs the hat and puts it on.
Alright then.
Rocks are the best.
I haven't met
For
many
rock
dwarves.
and stone.
I haven't met many dwarves. Maybe that's your thing. I don't know. Hey, Frederick. He likes rocks. He just...
Nadar holds up one of his rocks and just waves.
Well, he was waving his drink, but
Yes, Nadar waves back with a rock.
You both are pretty. I think it is time to go now.
Yeah. What?
You hear that,
There you
Cedric? She said I'm pretty.
Okay, then. I start walking back to. Now I'm scared. I'm gonna just say Arena. I start walking back toward Arena because I
There you
at
go.
least know that name.
Does you have to flirt with the locals like that?
That,
What?
The only thing worse than your mouth is your flirting skills.
well, I won't deny that one. I am no good at that. So I was not trying to flirt. I was just trying to get us to move on. So I start
What?
walking back toward her very slowly, and wow.
Rule number 17.
Gets
Never
in there,
tell it-
and I stop and I just look around thinking about what Madame Eva said.
Well,
Nadar
let's
walks
Look
up
at
check-
the spy over there. I put myself right there.
There you go.
Nadar walks over to the one who was told, likes rocks, and asks, "What's your favorite rock?"
This is a tough one. Probably the one I call Steven.
He sounds like a pretty nice rock.
It is. He's really rounded, and he doesn't have a lot of sharp edges, and I can skip him a lot, like a lot. Like if I had not just lost all my coin, I would bet you how far I could skip this.
Why don't you show me anyway?
I did a couple of times and was able to find it.
Yeah, I'm very resilient.
This man's
It's-
dedicated to his craft.
Look, it's only a small pool. It's not very deep. It's very shallow, so you can skip it and then go get it. If I remember that I threw it, I think this is Steven. Now that you say that, it could be Barbara. I get him confused. I don't know.
What
Either way,
should I name this rock?
Q.
You.
Q.
I was thinking he's more of a George, but still.
No, Q.
Okay. Q, you'll go
Spelled-
with me.
Spelled Queeuexw. Most of the letters are silent.
I don't do spell it all that good. So I'm
Can you
like
spell
just
that again.
You can watch the VOD.
UUZ742.
I wonder who's
See, he's got it.
We got this, Q. In the dark. Marches back to the party with the rock in hand.
Bye,
Hi,
Q.
everyone. This is Q. Bye. This is Q, my pet rock. He is my bestest friend.
Well, it was
Not gonna
nice
chew on this
chatting.
one.
So,
Well, it was nice chatting with you guys. I guess we should go.
all right. So, as Nadar comes back and talks to all of you about the pet rock, and some of you say goodbye, Ayla is in between three Vistani on the right side that all seem to be behaving normally at the moment. Do anything specifically, Miss Ayla?
No, I just look around for a little bit and continue to walk slowly.
Okay. This one right here that you just walked past.
Yep.
He's sitting down and he's kind of like looking down at the fire, just kind of like being warm. And you see, just in a passive way, you see in your peripheral his body kind of like stand up straight. And he's still sitting down and just looking at psst. Psst. I'm being secretive. Psst.
Are you pissing at me?
And then two of them just look at him. You're not being that secretive, mate. Shh. You don't hear us.
That mind trick.
The heck is Cedric doing? And they just kind of disregard it. And you hear a man who does not strike a familiar voice, for in this instance, we're going to have it being the voice of the Vistani. But, psst. Ayla.
How do you know my name?
You mean, how do I know your name? Don't be stupid. It's me.
I have never seen you before.
Where in the world are you right now? I have been stuck in a weird, stretchy limbo for approximately, I don't know, a long time. It was super annoying.
What are you talking about? This is the first time I've met, and seeing as you are a vistani, you've been in Barovia a lot longer than I have.
Oh my goodness. It's Ayla, always second in line and never wants to be any higher up. So I am stuck with you. And when I got stuck with you and you decided to leave, then suddenly I have to follow. But I can't follow because I don't know where you are. And wherever you are is blocking me. So I keep running. And not even sometimes running. Sometimes I'm trying to run the other direction, and I'm getting pulled into a brick wall until I eventually get squeezed into some sort of non-existent territory in between worlds.
Is he still sitting?
Yes.
I crouch down.
His friends think he is very drunk.
Crouch down, grab him by the collar, and pull him close. Fitz?
Who else would it be? Yes, Fitz.
I let go and kind of, not like step back, but like lean back.
Oh, it's not like you have another familiar attached to you, do you? Or do you? Have I been cheated on? Is this how I find out about this? Really?
Fitz,
Right
no.
right here?
No. I don't understand. How are you?
First off, I sound terrible. I hate this party.
How? First of all,
What am I in? Why do I smell like liquor and cheese?
You're in a drunk man.
Oh,
But
bollocks.
back to the fact. Why don't you look like you? Where are you?
That's a great question. Where are you?
I'm in Barovia, apparently.
Is that a country?
Something like that, I believe. Yeah.
God, next one.
Ayla, come
He's
on.
really drunk. He doesn't even
Take it
remember
so
where he's
long.
from.
Hey, does he even know this bloke?
Something like that. Just give me a minute. I don't want to talk to you about it at the moment. Shit. You were with me in the forest when they had captured Aiden.
Yes, very unfortunate.
All right. And then Idris,
Rip.
Idris died instead. And in that moment, he sent
I always
Aiden
liked
back
that.
to castle.
I always liked that boy.
Yes, you were very fond of him. And then next thing I know, capital on fire, everything, I presume, gone, but according to Madame Eva, not everything all gone, but everything is all gone.
Every
And then
time
you were gone.
dial it back a little bit. I'm with you up until the point of talking about the gone thing. Are you? Have you been drinking with the rest of these cheese folk.
Well, you know I hold my liquor a lot better than these cheese folk you talk about.
Mm.
But no. I've not been inebriated since I got here.
Okay, he's gonna perk up and look a little more serious then. So you think Solus was destroyed? Yes.
No, I know. I saw it. That was up in flames.
Well, that is odd.
But at that point you were gone.
My dear, it is my job to attempt to inform you on things, but I'm rather perplexed here on what to do because the only thing I know to tell you is to inform you that you are incorrect.
What do you mean?
It's not on fire.
How is that possible? I saw it.
I don't know what to tell you, but I keep getting pulled in and out of worlds. I'm pretty sure I know what the capital city you live in, or you were living near, looks like. And I think I would know what it would look like if it was on fire. And it's not on fire.
So they're all safe.
I don't know about safe. It's a pretty raver of a party going on. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of drunk people, probably a bunch of relationships suddenly come to a screeching halt, but overall, I suppose.
So the king is fine. And Nathan is fine.
Never been really physically attracted to them, but yes, they're okay.
At this point, I go from crouching to I lean further back and sit.
This strikes you as good or bad? Surely this is good, yes?
Fits. Considering I've been here for honestly who knows how long and have been believing that everyone back home was dead in an inferno. Yes, it is good news.
I'm not sure why you thought that, but I guess I'm glad I could tell you otherwise.
Well, the fact that you are still here and are still tied to me pretty much guarantees that at least Aiden is alive.
Seems sensible to me.
Right. Is there any way for you to go back to normal self? This is just kind of creepy talking to a stranger, but talking to you.
If you find a way, by all means, let me know, my dear. It took me everything just to get here into this vessel of cheese.
All right. Well, we have to go. My friends are waiting. We need to keep moving before dark settles in. I know it looks dark, but it gets darker.
Well, that's just unpleasant.
Yes, and more bad things come out when it gets darker. So I suggest we leave. So I don't know if the person you have a hold of at the moment has any duties here, but this is gonna look weird. You just walking off with us.
Not too worried, my dear. I am going to be in need of quite a bit of a power nap here shortly, just from the amount of strength it took me to get here. So I will likely find a squirrel or something that smells better than this vessel of cheese to go nap in. If I can even manage such. I haven't seen any squirrels here. What type of place doesn't have squirrels?
Anything small. So, and also, like I said, there are very dangerous creatures here. And I don't think you want to be in something so small and helpless.
Taylor, do we know this guy or what? You're just sitting around. Come on, we gotta go.
I'm not just sitting around. I am having a conversation. And can you not tell? It is pretty important. I will be there when I be there. All right. So you can stay here, figure out, and you come find me.
Easemark is going to turn to Millard of that comment. She's a rather sassy person at times, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to get out of here before they find out I poisoned all the horses.
What? we pan back to Ayla's conversation.
That was said subtly.
Yeah.
Very
Which
subtly.
Easemarks was not. So
Alright.
back to Ayla. Fitz is gonna be like, all right. Well, try not to die, my dear. I wouldn't, I don't particularly fancy having to relearn, someone else. You were rather complicated.
What do you mean relearn? I am all you get.
I hope, we have to look for something, maybe there's something else in life, I know, like, by rule, that should be it, but I may think, what if later in life I got something fun, like a dragon? Wouldn't that be fun?
Are you telling me I am not fun?
My dear, I think you know the answer to that.
Oh my word.
Don't worry, you're very lovely.
We've had good times, don't deny it.
Yes, it's usually me laughing at you. It's quite fun.
Whatever. Anyways, you go take your nap and you'll find me in Velaki.
The heck is a Valaki?
It's where we're going.
Well, that's maddeningly unhelpful.
You're tied to me. I'm sure you'll be able to find it.
But and then as he says that, you see the guy just kind of, his eyes gonna pop back to normal. Starts drinking some more.
Fitz?
I'm not Fitz.
Oh.
Unless... Does Fitz... Do you owe Fitz money? In which case, I might be Fitz.
No. Sorry.
Yeah.
You just kind of reminded me of someone.
Yeah, worth a try.
That's the day. I get up and I join the rest of the party.
If you owe anyone else
Right.
money, I could pay them too.
Now that all your chatting's done, let's get a move on. I
Yeah.
turned to Ismark. Look, I didn't really poison the horses. More like I drugged the horses so that I could win a bet. And so we gotta get moving before they find out I drugged all the horses because I didn't know which one he was gonna pick.
How long were we there?
Oh, okay. And Ismark is just gonna start, like, just kind of doing it, like, Alright, let's walking. Eyes forward. Don't make eye contact. Keep walking forward.
Bye, everybody. The
Shut
dart
up.
says as he waves cute.
Shut up. Keep walking.
Look, there's
Why?
just
They
a-
were so nice.
Ayla, what was that all
They
about?
were
I can
really
understand
nice.
wanting to talk to Madame Eva, but that drunk?
Honestly, that conversation is gonna be very difficult to explain. I'm going to wrap my head around it and then I'll get back to you.
Why?
So you guys are all leaving the Vistani camp now, yes?
Yeah.
with haste.
Nadari's a little more of a trot along in it. Just holding his new rock buddy.
To answer your question, Ayla, we spent enough time there while you were, chatting about in the tent, and then Zahel was, to make all this money. And I hold up my bag of coin.
I grabbed the bag of coin.
Hey, I earned that.
We also got this hat.
Crooked and
I
square.
pull out. Wait, so how many coins are in the bag?
That'd be Millard's whole purse?
Whatever bag he held out.
Millard, what'd you have in there total?
However much money I won gambling.
Just use a random number.
I'm looking for my coin. It's not on here.
Let's see. I know you just got 10 silver from that guy.
Doesn't she need to make like a sleight of hand or something?
Now we're just gonna go with it.
Well,
Yeah.
Yep.
we've already gone with it at this point, so
It looks like about 13 silver pieces that are like the
the Barovian, yeah.
actual currency.
Yeah.
All right. I reach in, pull out 6 coin, hand it to him, and then put the bag in my bag.
Come on, not even half.
That's
I
half.
I earned that, and I still own a dollar, like 3 pieces of that.
I reach back in, pull out 3, and give it to him.
Thank you very much.
Nadar hands it to Millard because like, well, I already have money. Why do I need this?
It's drinking money, Nadar. You earned.
Now I have to count. wait, how much did I give you?
I see. So you keep most, but give him allowance. Makes sense.
Oh no, it's just so that he won't fuss up about it the next time, and that way we can keep making money. It's a very smooth system, very efficient, not quite fair, but very effective.
Sounds like you've been here.
It
a
was
few
10
times.
gold, right?
They're technically whatever coins they gave me. He
Mhm.
said they were silver in color before.
Right.
So
Yeah.
10 silver. Or 3 silver, I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Let me fix that.
it's
Wait a
4.
second.
You
Now
have
I'm-
4.
Wait.
You have 4, by the way.
I have
Ayla.
4? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
13 minus 6 because you gave me 6,
Right.
so that's 7, and
Right.
then you gave me 3 back, 3
Right.
more.
But I'm looking at my purse, and it has a whole bunch of coinage, and I'm like, wait, but none of this is Barovian coin, so I have to actually keep count of that somewhere else.
I just added an item in my inventory and
Yeah.
just called it Barovian coin.
Okay, that works.
I'm just adding it all. Nadar just puts all the money together anyway, so he doesn't know.
It's so you as a player know, though.
Yes.
You have 3 Barovian coins. They look slightly different.
So I assume we're walking
Yes.
still right now?
Yes.
Okay.
And as all of you are walking, you notice it begin to get darker.
What if I don't want it to?
So, Ismark,
Problem.
um,
This.
what have you experienced along this road in the past? Like, have you had any experiences, encounters with monsters?
We've already had a little bit of this conversation, but yes, many. Most of which not pleasant.
What kind of monsters do we have to worry about?
A lot. Beasts. Some I don't even understand what they are. Some that seem to be a shadow with a will of their own. And then some that... hard to even describe. I tell you the truth, I do not bother trying to engage with any of these things. If I see it, I run.
Okay.
I do not fight. I do whatever necessary to survive, which I take no joy in trying to tangle with any of those things.
That sounds like a good plan to me. Let's stick with that plan.
See?
Maybe.
Millard gets it.
Did Nadar overhear any of it while he was a little distracted with his rock?
Yeah, you're all walking
And
together.
his 3 new
So
shinies.
Nadar
Depends
just
on context.
just says, "No dwarf left behind."
Well, Nadar, if we're all running in the same direction, then it don't really matter. Because we'll all be going that way. And I point further up the road.
All of you
True.
see, even though you're still walking and talking, all of you can notice that Irina now puts her hand and grips her sword and just continues walking. She doesn't stop to do anything. She just puts her hand on her sword.
Should I pull out my axe right now? I say as I put cube in my backpack.
What order are we in?
What? What's going on?
Nothing yet. But we have reached a point where it is very not safe anymore.
That
So-
sounds like a yes. I should have my axe out.
It will
Okay,
be...
so we should be quiet. Maybe bushwalk?
I pull out my axe.
You actually hear Irina
I
laugh.
refuse to go back in the woods.
You actually hear Irina laugh at Mark saying we should be quiet. Dear Mark. It is long past that point. And they do not need to be able to hear you. They can smell you, they can sense you, they can feel you.
You'd be surprised how much of a smell Nadar's smell covers up.
Maybe
At
so.
least that means they'll go for him first.
But they'll still be attracted to the group. Unfortunately, my dear adventurers, being quiet will not be enough for this journey. Though it is certainly not a bad idea.
There's not any scaly things there, are there? Especially ones that can fly.
Let's just walk and stay quiet.
He's marked. I think I know what you're asking about, but I've only heard about dragons in legend. I don't know if they exist here.
We do not say that. We do not say that D word.
Apologies.
Dragon.
We do not see.
Stop it!
That
We
what? I didn't do anything.
Do not see giant, scaly eagles here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are they
Fair.
talking about dragons?
No! I'm just like waving his axe in her face.
Are you trying to irritate the man?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Well, then carry on, I suppose.
No, we need to be quiet.
You keep saying that, and yet you were still talking.
You see it get even darker.
Okay, now I will be quiet.
To a point of where all of you can reach a certain level of concern because it feels like nighttime. Even though you were supposed to be able to make the journey and arrive before nighttime.
Mark, time to bring out the torches.
Nindar just starts humming a marching tune to himself.
You got any torches?
I don't have any torches.
Mild disappointment.
Nadar, be quiet.
No. We fight for rock and stone.
You guys reach.
He says that and goes back to humming his tune.
Looks like there's a clearing up ahead. If we're gonna fight something, at least we're gonna be able to see it.
I have the heebie-jeebies, whatever those are. It feels like I ate a butterfly or whatever those flappy things are called. Can we just keep moving?
We are moving, right?
You reach a point now that I've moved all of it and put it on the map so you should be able to see it. That it's very dark and you see shadows of trees moving here and there, and you can look up to see what should be what is creating the shadow, and it doesn't match what the shadows of the trees are doing.
Question.
Mhm.
Is it dim light?
It's pretty dim light.
Okay, but we have torches out, so I guess that's okay.
Mhm.
No, we don't, because you didn't have any.
No.
I don't have any
None.
torches.
Right, so we don't have any.
torches.
So we don't have any torches.
So any of y'all without dark vision aren't seeing as if it's in bright light, if it's dim light.
Yeah.
Yep. I see fine.
I'm fine. I'm a dwarf. I lived underground.
Mhm.
I'm blind. I'm a human.
I put my
Same.
hand on Millard's shoulder, knowing he's a human and can't see.
Yeah, so we should just. So we don't want to light anything, so you should, just use the buddy system.
Nadara's gonna go and hold Zahel's hand.
I agree with Elberth. I think light is a bad idea.
Guys, like my arm is getting stiff. Is it cold?
Only slightly.
We are still walking forward, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it? Millard, your arm, is it by chance your shoulder?
It's my whole arm. It's just going stiff. It's cold.
He doesn't say anything more. And suddenly you hear Irina, shh, stop.
Ismark, what's going on?
And he now too looks at his concern and holds his hand up here and kind of like holds his hand out for everybody like to stop moving.
I stumble forward.
I still have my hand on your shoulder, so I keep.
Do you? Well, I don't know if you would catch him.
I'm an elf, and for that matter, I'm a monk.
It's true.
Fair.
I agree with her on that.
A compelling argument, that.
Pretty
Monk bullcrap.
decent argument. I'll give it to you. So
That's what I'm hearing is monk crap.
he does fall, but you manage to catch him before he falls down. Let's say.
Who is it? Who's shushing me?
Quiet.
Nadara starts cowering a little bit.
Zahel squeezes his hand a little tighter.
This is not good. Do not.
I put my bow. My Dang it! I can't think of words. My stick in front of, hold it in front of Millard. Across his chest, as to sign not to move, and also kind of as a protection, since I can see and he can't.
For those who can see, you begin to see a gangly, tall figure that is
Oh, joy.
slumped and kind of staggering, slowly walking from the left side of the wood line to the right. Very slowly, and you can't see it very well from far off. Other than that, you can tell its hands are not human-like anymore. They're very long and thin and clawy, and it's very bony.
For those who can't see in the dark, can they hear anything? Can we hear anything?
They heard the sound it made.
I'm going to ready an action to attack it with my axe if it comes in within attack range of me.
Okay.
Good thing you're at the back.
It gets to the center
Right
of.
next to me.
It gets to
Yes,
the
but
center.
it'll be an attack range.
It gets to the center of the trail and stops, and you see it kind of like look up and begins looking. You can tell it's like looking around. Doesn't seem to be able to see you from where you are at the moment, because again, it's dark for everything.
For those of us with their
And you can all just see he's working over and just doing this. They seem to be very unsettled. Does anyone do anything?
He's holding out his hand to not do anything? No.
This is what I do.
I like Richard's response. Mm-mm.
I cough like.
That's a no from me,
Oh,
dog.
come on!
You cough?
Midars are just like squeezing his hand, and
I coughed slightly. He just had to cough. You had to go. You had to go out of the door when it was still dark. And now you just have to cough.
It starts to take a step to the right of the trail, and at Millard's like cough, perks up, looks the direction of where it hears the cough. It's like waiting again to see if it hears anything. Just starts stumbling again to the right side of the trail. And Millard, you can feel your pain being pretty sharp.
I try to move quietly in front of him and hold my hand over his mouth.
Mark's gonna lean back to Nadar. Give me your least favorite rock.
I was just about to ask if there was one on the ground I could pick up.
Nadar's gonna.
I like this one better.
Nadar hands him one of the other random rocks he found on the ground that he hasn't named yet.
Or Johnson.
Not Jimmy.
He goes back. Jim. He will serve us well. It might make you like him better. And he like squeezes it, and it has like a little black glow around it, like all of his stuff does, and throws it really hard in the right direction, way into the wood line, and like beams pretty hard. And the second it hits into the woods and makes a sound, you see the creature that was stumbling suddenly turn, and like that of a cheetah, darts quickly into the direction and disappears into the wood
Anime
line,
dash.
making the chilling scream all the while doing it.
But it's getting fainter, right?
As it goes, yes. He's running.
You're a
Quick.
good rock, Johnson.
Quickly. Let it not be wasted. Forward.
Nadar
I will
just
very briefly
bolts.
follow that direction.
Can I pick up Millard?
If if he's willing.
I'm in
Or-
pain right now, so I'm not gonna resist.
All right. I crouch down, put my shoulder into his middle area, pick him up, and dash with everybody else.
And our bolt's kind of dragging Zahel along with him.
Daddy, I don't like it
slow down a
here. Why did you make me come into this haunted house?
Pretty much.
What?
It's like, I don't like it
memes.
here.
Now I need fan art of Nadar and Zahel walking through a haunted house.
You guys travel forward and it stays dark. And you get far enough where it at least feels safe enough distance that you wouldn't be in immediate vicinity of where whatever that thing was that walked by you. And then Ismark and Arena both kind of like hold hands out to stop to everybody that can see. Right. We're about to pass the point. Past this turn here. On the right, the wood line will open up. And you will see it. The home of the devil himself. That is why this place is surrounded by darkness. It's at the doorsteps of the devil. Darkness is attracted
Devil's
to
the
it.
bad one, right?
Correct, sir.
Yeah, I think I get it.
Let us hope that we may continue on. Our presence may go unnoticed. If we can make it a little bit further past this point, we will regain the light of day, because believe it or not, it is still daytime right now.
Can we hurry up? My arm feels like it's on fire.
What's wrong with your arm?
I don't know.
Nadar's gonna look back and is his arm on fire?
No.
Your arm is fine. It's not on fire.
It feels like it is. Can we get out of here?
But it's not.
You guys stop talking and let's just keep moving.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. Are all of you ready?
Yeah.
Do not stop. And by no means, do not go towards the home of the devil. I don't feel like that should be needed to be said, but just to say it.
But
Not pointing anyone out specifically. Nadar.
Okay.
But don't go that way.
Zahel, make sure you keep hold of Nadar's.
Oh, so did he point out which side of the path that the home of the devil is going to be on?
On the right side.
Zahel puts himself on that side and Nadar on the other.
Okay.
Nadar
Just
doesn't
to be
fight
s-
it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
just
fight
to
it, and
be
he
safe,
swaps
I'm
hands
gonna
with the
take Nadar's other hand though too.
Aw.
I have to hold my axe with one hand.
Okay, I'll hold your wrist.
I'm just
don't cut off my
imagining
head,
there's gonna
okay?
be a big rock somewhere.
Suddenly, this is the biggest rock you've ever seen is right in front of the devil's house. It's the craziest thing.
And it's
It
shiny.
shines in the moonlight.
Oh, is there a big rock over that way as we walk by?
And then
Actually, the other way.
for Miller, there's
Forward.
water on the left side. You don't want to go that way.
I am in extreme pain.
All right, so you guys
I can't even see.
move forward quietly.
And we were supposed to be quiet now, so
You
no
move,
talking.
you move forward as quietly and as quickly as you can, while also maintaining a form of stealth. And you spend a while, going.
Naruto run.
and as you make that turn, you see the right side open up, and there is a long trail leading up to what looks like a mountain, but it's a mansion. It is the largest castle any of you in this party have ever seen. It is incredibly large and far away, mind you. It looks like it would probably be at least a mile or two that direction, but it's just that open to where you can see it from there. But even knowing how far away it is, it still looks massive from here. But surrounded and thunder clouds of sorts with the periodic lightning, which is about the only thing that really illuminates it to where you can see it periodically.
I've seen mountains bigger.
What? No picture?
Let us not. Let's not really stay here. Shall we move on? Yes.
Of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I
please.
guess.
But rocks.
We'll find more rocks.
You guys move forward. And in time, as you make it past that area of deep darkness, things do start to lighten up again. Whereas it's a bit of a sigh of relief as you continue forward, you do regain a semblance of light and a loss of darkness. And Millard, as you get into more light territory, the pain starts to subside.
Okay,
more.
you can let me down now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I put him down and then pat my pockets. Huh, you did not take anything.
I wasn't really doing anything.
That's a surprise. Anyways, glad you're feeling better. Let's go.
Nadar looks up at Elbreth. Can you let go now? I don't think I need this.
I look at Zahel to see if it's okay.
I think we're okay now.
So I let go of Nadar's hand or wrist.
Nadar puts his axe back, pulls out one of the other rocks. You're going to be Johnson number 7.
Not Mamba
Johnson.
number 5.
Johnson and Johnson. And Johnson. And Johnson. And Johnson. And Johnson and Johnson.
Oh,
All the Johnsons.
JJ.
We just call him Johnson for short.
So you guys can see now, everyone, even who doesn't have night vision, it's bright enough to where, although it does appear to be approaching sunset, for what it's worth, it's still a cloudy area, so mind you, you can't really see the sun directly, but the light of day would indicate it is around that time. And as you guys pass a veering corner, I need all 6 of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Let's go.
Joy! First roll of the night.
First roll of it.
My
First roll for you guys.
I got a 19. Let's go.
Yes,
Nice.
Beck, you must have real dice.
Can I reroll, please? I roll a 5 plus 0.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully that was good enough.
It's my first roll of the year.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's a fair way to look at it.
You said
This better be good.
Wisdom, right?
Wisdom
Yeah.
saving throw.
Alright,
Yeah.
I got 10.
So that's how the year's gonna go, huh?
Oh wait.
Oh
Oh, no.
What on this is
Wait
so
a minute.
hard to...
Saving throws.
Yeah, saving
Oh,
throw
right,
specifically.
saving throw.
Yeah.
Look at
Oh,
your
it's still
saving
plus
throw
2.
modifiers.
Dang it.
Mm-hmm. Ayla, yours is the plus
Bump on
2.
This is awful.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
So I have 10.
11.
Okay.
12.
12. Okay.
Oh,
Mark.
joy.
I rolled a 2 plus 2.
Oof.
Nah.
How did you do worse than me?
Yeah,
All right.
that's what I want to know.
He's
Ayla, what
gonna
was-
die.
What was Ayla's total?
10.
Okay.
I rolled an 8, so plus 2 is 10.
So all 6 of you see on the left side of the path a gallows that is set up for someone to be hung.
Not it.
3 of you see a lifeless corpse, which is Zahel, Elbreth, and Millard see a nobody, just some person you don't know that has obviously been there a while. It's
I know that guy.
degraded. It's been attacked by probably wolves and birds, and it's
Really?
not.
I missed
Doesn't look
this by
great.
1 point.
Nadar is going to like just step back.
Nadar, Ayla, and Mark see something different. You do see a gallows, and you see someone hanging from it. Nadar, you see your father. Ayla, you see your brother Aiden.
No.
And
I hate
Mark, you see your wife.
Mm.
No.
And so in this moment, everybody in a passive way can see or let's say the 3 non-hostile reactions. So Zahel, Elbreth, and Millard can see a reaction of the other 3 that is clearly something wrong.
If Zahel keeps trying to keep moving, Nadar's just like he's just frozen there. Like he is just not moving.
I'm gonna run forward and run towards the corpse. And
I'm gonna
Mark,
chase
where
Mark
are you
immediately
going?
after.
Okay.
What are you doing? That's not clean.
it's my
Don't
wife.
touch it.
What?
Oh, he's
Mate, it's
not.
just some bloke. Come back, Mark.
So you 3 are very
Okay, I think
confused because you hear him say it's his wife, and it's not even a female in your eyes. It's what used to be some form of male.
So I say under my breath, Aiden. And I take a step forward. And then I hear Mark say, "It's my wife." And I stop. And I look at it and I'm like, conflicted because he said it's his wife, but I see Aiden.
The 3
Dad.
the 3 that failed the wisdom saving throw make another one. And then Zahel, I think of the 3 is probably the most worth noting that you heard Mark say it's my wife, and you heard Ayla say Aiden.
And Nadar was right beside him as he like mumbled "Dad."
Okay.
So
Okay.
Right.
I have total 15.
Okay.
With I rolled a 6 plus 2 this time, so
I rolled a 6 plus 0.
Doubling your score.
All right. So I'll say this, and then we'll let Zahel respond with what he's going to do. So Ayla does not hear anything more, but you still see it.
Mm-hmm.
Mark and Nadar now see each of what they're independently seeing, and the head turns to face you directly. And in a very unsettling voice,
"You did this.
No.
I'm really glad I made that wisdom throw.
what?
Pull up the EMF, guys.
So now Zahel, you can react how you were going to before all that.
Mark's already running towards it, right?
Yes, he's started that. Yeah.
Mark, stop. Everyone's seeing something different here.
Okay.
As I stop chasing Mark and just turn to note Zahel.
Okay.
What's going on?
Mark, Ayla, and Nadar have all seen something different. I see someone, well, indiscernible. Who or what they are, even.
It's just a fella.
As soon as Zahel says, basically all of that, I turn into him. I cover my eyes and I turn to put my face into him and say, "Promise it's not Aiden."
It's definitely not Aiden.
I hate this place.
Okay. Mark, did you stop or did you keep going?
I kept going.
Okay. You
Millard,
reach-
can you catch him?
I turn around. What do you see, Mark? Tell me
It's
what.
my wife, Bethan.
I look at it.
For Millard's eyes, clearly not his wife.
I don't know if I can stop him. I'm assuming at this point he's like a lot closer.
He's pretty close.
How far away is he from me?
Oh, not 10 feet. Like the gallows were not incredibly far from you. It was not too far off the road, so it wouldn't take him much to get there.
On hearing what his dad said, Nadar lets go of Zahel's hand and just slumps to his knees and just starts crying.
Okay.
I'm gonna run forward and like see that Nadar. At first, thinking that he was running forward, but seeing that he's staying, gonna go try to grab Mark.
Mark, what do you do? You're now at the feet of the gallows. What do you do?
I guess I'll try and get her the body down.
Okay. Now the stairs are broken on it, so you're at the feet of it, so you'll need to climb up it first.
Okay.
Telekinetic shove.
That'll give Zahel and Millard pretty much one chance if you want to try to intervene. But
I'm
if he
gonna throw a whole person on him when I see him try to
Okay.
actually go for it.
Yeah.
Mark, I'm sorry, lad. It's a wisdom save.
Mhm.
DC 13.
Okay, so wisdom save for Mark.
Oh fuck. Oof. I got a 16.
No.
I rolled a 14 plus 2, so
Now
boy.
you rolled a good one.
Oh,
Now?
boy.
You do this right now.
Oh boy.
Failed the other two.
All right. Well, Mark makes
You need to
it.
be nicer to your dice.
Mark makes it up the gallows.
I tried.
That he
When I
did.
see
So,
it fails, I'm gonna start going towards him.
mhm, mhm.
And as he leaves me, I slump down next to Nadar and still covering my face, and I don't say anything.
All right. So Mark, you're now on the gallows, on your knees, still looking up at what still looks like your wife there. Make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
okay. 14 plus 2. 2.
Be nicer to your dice.
He's gonna die from psychic damage.
No, it's a medium shot. And, nope.
We all
Okay.
thought that it was Nadar, but no, it was Mark who was gonna die
It
first.
was Mark all along.
For those of you who
It
listen
was
to the
Mark
podcast,
all along.
Right.
You know, he tried to. And I see like Zahel kind of like trying to do something and then like start running. I'm like, oh great, like something went wrong. So I'm gonna try to cast something on Mark.
Okay.
Also, wisdom save.
So,
And please don't roll high again.
so I'll say
Yeah,
what
he's
what
gonna ace
what's
this one?
what's about to happen to him can't be undone, but you might be able to stop the next thing with whatever you're doing. Okay. So, Mark, you take 2 points of exhaustion.
Okay.
This means you have a disadvantage on all ability checks and your speed is halved.
Okay.
And Mark is
Checks and saves.
on all ability checks. And then
Okay.
and then story-wise, Mark is feeling depleted and tired.
All right.
And Zahel, Millard, and I guess Elbreth are the three that are kind of like engaged with this and trying to.
I'm stunned halfway. Like I'm just like I'm halfway between the road and the gallows. And I'm
Okay,
just like,
are you looking
I
at
don't
him?
know what. Yeah.
Okay. Ayla, were you looking at Nadar? Or are you looking at Mark?
No, I'm covering my face.
Okay, so Ayla and Nadar are probably not going to notice this, but the other three are going to notice Mark not really get up from his knees. He's kind of just there and doesn't seem to be moving. And you start to see kind of like smoke being blown in the wind. What appears to be like black smoke suddenly like emanating from Mark and going towards the corpse.
What?
At which point, Mark is like, hey, I need to stop this now.
Does he get to do my saving throw?
Yes, whatever you want to do. What were you wanting to do, Elbreth?
Yeah, wisdom save.
Okay.
Mark has to make it. Okay.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw as Elbreth will like point her mace at him, and then like little like gold strings hang out of him, like glowing warm strings go towards him.
Okay.
Then.
Is that with
18.
disadvantage?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the -2, right?
One.
Yay!
All right. What are you doing,
And
Elbreth?
then they grab onto him, and so he is held.
But he's stationary on the gallows.
He is paralyzed for the duration. Can I pull him back? I don't know if that works. So I guess I can't.
You
pull
can
him with the spell.
We
can.
can person can pull a
try to
paralyzed.
grab him and pull him.
He's paralyzed, basically, though.
If he's paralyzed, he can't really resist. So I don't know how it would be that hard to pull him.
Yep, Zahel's gonna yoink him.
Okay. So
Yoink.
he's wrapped, and between the radiant light that is emanating from this and you pulling it away, you see that the smoke that was emanating as he's pulled away, kind of like almost like a lot of. It suddenly takes shape as to like tentacles with hands at the ends of them, like reaching back for him as he comes away. But he goes too far from their reach, and then as they like can't grab on, they dissipate. And then Mark is on the ground, no longer on the gallows.
Nadar's gonna pull out his axe as he stands up, he's still like tears streaming down his face. He's gonna run full speed at the gallows, try and get up and attack the body that's hanging there that he thinks is his dad.
I will tackle
Millard?
him on the way.
Okay.
Thank you, Millard.
Plan.
Attaboy.
You're
Robert's like
dead.
standing there with the mace pointed at Liam just in case he starts moving. I mean, at Mark, and then she's also like blocking Ayla, just like worried about what's gonna happen. Just like we need more than just 1-to-1.
Mostly out of like shock and like fear, I just like turn and I tackle Nadar. Like,
Nadar isn't even paying
until we
attention.
figure out what's going on.
Right.
Nadar isn't even paying
still
attention.
kneeling on the ground, covering my eyes.
I'm totally down to just say you knock him over and you're on him.
So you do successfully keep Nadar from getting to the gallows. At which point, Irina is going to take a little bit of initiative, and she gets close enough to the gallows that she's in between all of you and turns around to kind of be a blockade at this point of not allowing anyone else to approach.
That's my wife.
It's
Look
not, Mark. It's not.
Dad.
Mark's just crying.
Mark's gonna like settle for a second and all right. The three of you, and he kind of gets Nadar, Ayla, and Mark as much together as he can. Look at me. Whatever you're seeing is not true. Okay, all of your friends here can vouch. This is an unfortunate person, but it is no one we know. Okay. And he's going to hold his hand out, and what starts to be, as his usual energy, it's like has black light around it, but then becomes pure white, and it's just light. Like it's not really doing anything; it's just light. And as you look at it for a second, you start to feel lighter a little bit, as if there was a heavy darkness that was kind of covering you during this moment. And after a time, you can look back at the gallows now, and it will be an unknown person.
Where did my dad go?
It was never there.
He was never there, lad.
It was illusion magic?
Mr. Millard, may I try something, please?
Depends what it is, mate.
Your
Let's
chest,
have something.
may I try to mend it?
There's nothing wrong with my chest.
Right now, but back then you're referring to pain. I have and he looks at Zahel, I have a feeling about it that maybe there's something I can do.
Take a look. That's odd. There's a small burn. Like I said, it must have just a scar from that fire that Zahel healed, but it's still a little tender, I guess. That's something you could do, mate.
He closes his eyes and holds his hand like this.
Kind of wince in pain as he reaches. Wait. What are you doing, mate?
You do feel your shoulder like twitch a little bit. And then
Wait, stop.
Trust me, please.
No, stop now, mate.
And
does he keep going?
He does.
Yeah. I draw my dagger out and I throw it at him.
Okay. He's not going to move, so all you really have to do is just roll for hit to see if your aim is good.
Am I able
knock
to
it out of the
intercept
air
that
with
at
my
all?
staff? Now I come up with the word.
It's a 13.
I'm going to let it hit him.
Okay.
Why? I wanted to knock it out of his hand.
He doesn't stop. And then all of you see a small shard of black just actually does come out of Millard and comes to Ismark's hand, and he looks at it very concerningly, and also like holding his stomach because he just got stabbed, and creates the orb of light again while the ooze is like trying to escape. And once the light touches it, the ooze starts to like eradicate and burn away.
What's that?
We have something we need to talk about.
We can talk about it later.
And that
Going to immediately pull the dagger out and cure wounds him.
You may do that, but upon him saying we have something we need to talk about is where we'll end tonight's episode.
He gets 10 HP back.
Attaboy, Millard. Or you mean Ismark?
Yes, for Ismark.
Somebody heal me.
You just attacked Ismark.
It wasn't me, it was my hand.
Sorry, ran a little over. I had to wrap up there. We already lost Lava. We're losing Millard. He's got to hop off. Did you have a quick thing? We're at the post show now. I'll do some announcements here in a second. But Millard, did you have any favorite moments of the night you wanted to give before you hop off?
Can we switch cams?
The cough was kind of fun.
I like that I got to pick him up.
Running a dangerous gambit there. And got very close with some rolls that could have gone much worse.
No, I mean it was like trying to, because he's in pain. Miller was in pain, so he's like trying not to make a sound. But sometimes when you're in a lot of pain, you cough and it just comes out.
Right. Let me switch this over.
So
there you go.
I thought that reason was fair. At the very end there,
Oh, hold on.
obviously, Miller didn't mean to throw a knife into his chest. It just happens sometimes.
True that.
Sometimes your
Sometimes
hand,
you just stab someone, you can't help it.
And disc appeared.
sometimes, as Mulan says, you get the urge and you just gotta kill someone.
Every now and, or as what Elbereth said, or Bex really several episodes back said, every now and then you just got to stab something.
Yeah. Just happens.
You just got to do
Get
it.
those manly urges.
Well, Mr. J, thank you as always for your lovely performance tonight. Hopefully see you next week for episode 26. Goodbye.
Thank you for letting me pick you up.
Always. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching. We're now transitioning to the post-stream chat. This is the section where we will have some fun, get to talk to all you guys, actually engage with chat, have a good time, answer some questions, and then at the end do a giveaway because, you know, fun stuff.
Oh yeah,
And-
we had
and-
a giveaway at the end.
That we do. All right,
And
so
then there's happy music after
Yes.
like the scariest thing that's ever happened.
That's how he likes to operate.
yeah, I got to get you guys back. I want you to sleep moderately okay. Like, yeah, remember Matt actually wants the best for you
There's
guys.
still haunting noises though. There's
Yeah,
haunting
the Matt's
noises
still
and happy
doing-
music.
Terrible things.
Okay, I got you. There you go. Now you're in Eastmark's living room, so you're fine.
All right.
You're safe now. I love the dynamic maps, man. They add so much. Okay, what a night. Talk about some interesting interactions overall. And boy, howdy, did some of you get lucky when we finally started rolling. Jeez. And then some of you did not.
Mark, what did you do to those dice? They really hated you for a while.
Yeah, Zahel, Elbereth, and Millard came out good. Their dice helped them out, and then the rest of you need to assess your dice and maybe put some in jail.
Dear our dice maker.
Especially Mark's. My gosh.
Oh,
It was like the one time he like borderline like please no. 16. I'm like, well, here we go.
yeah. I actually rolled
14.
a 16 in that last save, but I had disadvantage, fortunately.
Yes. Yep. That's what my only thought as a
You were
DM.
rolling really
16
well when you
plus
shouldn't
2.
have.
Yeah.
My only thought as a DM was like, oh no, Mark, this could be really bad. Let's not do this. Oh man. But fun episode overall. So for chat, this is the portion to where we do engage with you guys. So if anybody has any questions about the episode or anything going on, just go ahead and let us know. We're going to go over our favorite parts of the episode first, and then we'll start answering any questions that you bring up. And then at the end, do a giveaway. So let's roll. Miss SJ,
Oh, okay.
you get the
well,
lucky task of
Let's
going
go
first.
first.
What was the highlight of the night for you?
I liked watching the cats behind Bex.
always entertaining. We
I'm
love
gonna have to
the cats.
rewatch.
I mean, I have to say that
Dang it,
I
Stormer.
liked to finally bring in Fitz into all this. I'm excited to introduce him to everybody a bit more.
Mhm.
Oh man, it's like just the fun things planned for him. I'm so excited that he got to join in. Hopefully one day he'll be able to join in as himself.
Mhm.
But yes, but everyone will have to come back for more information on him.
Mhm.
I also like the fact that Ayla got to pick up Millard. She didn't like in that instance, you know, there was no like poking fun at him for, you know, being a wuss about his shoulder hurting or whatever. Like, even though they like bicker at each other majority of the time, you know, they're still friends. So, and as you know, especially right after she like stole his money, you know, so
How the turntables.
How the turntables.
So yeah, so like she steals his money. I mean, she ended up only keeping 4 of it, but then she just like she picks him up and just dashes with him, and yeah, I like that. Mm. And also
Okay.
just showing the closeness that Ayla has with Zahel, and all she just turned and was like, she knew she could trust him. So even though she knew she saw Aiden, she could trust Zahel, his promise of saying it's not Aiden.
That was a cool moment. It
So
was such a small little thing, but
right.
very weighty.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It like really shows that, she doesn't see him just as a mentor, but in a sense a father figure, because
Yep.
that's what he has been for her these past couple of years.
And someone in like a time of desperate need that you can sincerely trust.
Yeah.
Which is, a very solid moment, definitely.
Mhm.
All right. Anything else, or is that kind of your?
That's it.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be one thing. Like much like SJ's, it can be like a full rundown. Like just what are the highlight moments for you? Okay, that's going to be Bex. Is it the cats?
I didn't even realize they were. I didn't realize they were here. Honestly,
Dude, they were having a ball.
Yeah, I mean, like we can see them all the time on Discord because your screen's larger. But like when it's like what it is right now on Twitch, it's smaller, so you can't really see them as much. But like when we're on the screen with the maps, then it's larger for you. It holds a larger area, so then you can actually see the cats running around.
Mhm.
So the everyone else in chat, you don't get to enjoy the cats as much as we do, but
Right.
we hope you enjoy the stream cats.
I know where they are right now. Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna say, and I don't know if it's just because it's the end and I can never remember anything. So, but I feel like it's probably accurate that I liked the gallows thing because, I don't know. I always liked that.
Yeah.
I've played it like I ran into that twice before, and I'm just like,
That's actually in the book. That's not something he made up because I mean it's
Changed
far
it,
and
I
few
think.
between that he actually does something.
Changed it a little, I think, but yeah, like I was just I love that so much.
Yeah.
Like it's just so creepy and yeah.
She is correct. The source of it is from the book, but it is altered a bit. Just a little bit. Just to add a little bit of fun. Yeah. We know our Captain Bex is a sucker for the creepy stuff, so always throw a little bit of that in whenever we need to get some.
It's not
Oh
like
yes,
Omen
get
is
it
her
creepy. I
favorite
really liked that
character.
thing.
Oh,
We did it.
the
I love
thing that you
that.
don't know what it
Yeah, I don't know, but it was creepy. The picture it was like I was just like I love this thing so much.
Meanwhile, Richard's just over here just no.
Elbereth was saying no too, but Becky was like, yes.
Elbereth, no, but Bex, yes.
Yes.
It's a shirt if I've ever seen one.
Someone
Nice.
write these down for me.
Any other moments?
So you have Elbereth, being the angel on the shoulder, and then Bex can have the horns on the other shoulder.
There you go.
There's your
Absolutely.
shirt right there.
Absolutely.
Oh, Bex. Yes.
Yes.
It's like one of the nicest things anyone's ever said.
Oh, it's just like someone was like, more Omen. Ober's like, no. Bex like, yes.
Oh man, I'm so excited for some of the things to come that we're working on, guys. Like, I gotta say, we work too much on this. I hope you all enjoy it as much as we do.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of fun. All right, Mr. Mark, how about you? Highlights of the night.
Okay.
Mr. Leo.
Yeah, I guess I have to go with failing and succeeding all of the wrong rolls. That was funny.
Yep. Dang it. I mean,
I didn't get any of the names wrong after that one incident too. I was like so scared after that. I'm just gonna be like Karina.
that's like a halfway funny favorite moment. Just SJ accidentally giving Richard PTSD as he or Zahel PTSD as he comes out, and she just says Idris. He's like, dang it. It's like you're just trying
now
to,
I can't even think of the other name.
trying to break the bridge before we even get to moments of the story that might intentionally do that.
I'm
that's funny.
sorry.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
I remember
that's
the
funny.
names of the kids.
Any other moments, Mark? Or just those?
I did. Yeah, now that you mention it, that moment when Azalea, when SJ said, what's his name? Idris.
Idris. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. The timing was impeccable. Yep. All right. So last but not least, Mr. Ricardo, Mr. Zahel.
Favorite singular moment, and SJ mentioned it, was that little brief exchange between Ayla and Zahel.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a small moment with so much weight to it.
Right.
I also really liked your fits. I don't know anything about fits, but that was just watching you play that was great. Watching you bounce between multiple drunken vistani was good. And out of game, at one point I glanced down at the cameras, and Millard, come to find out he was eating Turkish Delight, but I glanced and I did a double take. I straight thought that man had popped a D6 in his mouth and swallowed it. That's what it looked like. It was just the right shape and everything.
Like, Jay, no.
I had a brief moment of panic. It's like, no, don't do that, Jay.
Really? Was it the time when he was flipping a knife around?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's just
he
like
had that.
playing with the light with this knife. And then he put it between his teeth. I'm like, what are you doing?
He had an air of confidence there. I straight, for a solid second, I was like, thought he had put a D6 in his mouth.
Oh, man. All right. So many favorite moments of the night. I liked.
Oh, I just found my cat.
Nice.
She's at my feet.
I like the moment where she found her cat.
I love.
Sorry, I moved my foot and then I'm like, what is in my way? Okay.
So I guess minor point, like tonight was weird for me, like because I had to play more characters in one session than I've ever had to play in one session. So that was a lot of bouncing around. In a lot of
at one point I was like, it'd be interesting to see a whole show just done by 2-bit.
Yeah.
I watched that.
Can we just have one episode where it's just you DM and you are the character?
And I had to dial in pretty hard because like, all right, we've already given SJ crap once tonight for this. I cannot accidentally do one of these characters in the wrong voice or in the wrong name. I've got to be on point here. So anytime I switch, I was being very, very focused and precise about when the switches would take place. I don't think I bumbled anything, but I wouldn't put it past me.
No, you did a good job.
I thought you did impeccable.
Thank you. So that was that was just fun, just because it was just so many different types that were just all over the place. But I love getting to see any interaction with Zahel and Idris. Just in general, those are just they're good moments. They're good to watch. As painful as it might be for both Zahel and Richard, it's just a wonderful moment to see because it's just I don't know. There's just something special about that. Especially like for him, it was interesting to see because like even though he knows like Idris is gone, to see him suddenly like being uncomfortable, even in a spirit or whatever this is, sense. And it's still unsettling to Zahel, and he wants to do something about it. Is like a good showing and metaphor of like just their friendship and what it means to Zahel. Overall, is like he's aware that is not really Idris. Doesn't matter. Like just it goes beyond that. So like that was a cool point. Showcasing that scene in general was nice because that was just an interesting imagery of kind of Zahel's head, which I thought, like, I when I actually saw that map, if you want, it's like a behind the scenes DM thing. This is how that went. The second I saw that map and looking through all these dynamic maps that I now have to choose from, I was like, this right here is as good of a metaphor for what's going on in Zahel's head as I'll ever see. Ever. It's like, so like I had to find a way to incorporate that. So that's how that started, and it went back from there. Because we'll learn more about Zahel as it goes. Well, we've already showcased a little bit of it that he's military and has a lot of tragedy in his backstory. So it's just like it fits very well. So that was cool. I love the whole interaction of you guys getting to the point of the creepy creature that no one knows what it is. And
I'm fine with that.
Incredibly thankful that you guys did what the intent was, which is to leave it alone and let it go.
Let it go.
Because you could have fought it, and it would have fought back. And boy, howdy.
I was not about that tonight. I was like, I do not want to fight this thing.
And boy, howdy, would that have been interesting. That could have happened. And I had the sheet pulled up in case. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen here. So we're about to find out. Especially when Millard started coughing. I was like, oh, let me go ahead and get this stat sheet ready. Because this is about to get real. But it worked out. And then you made it far enough into that interaction to where Ismark would feel like he would intervene.
Yes, thank you, Ismark, for throwing a rock.
As much as he could. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the gallows scene. I mean, great job, everybody, on that one. Because that was like couldn't plan that any better, that you just happen to have 3 people fail and 3 people succeed. So you have a dichotomy of half the party's okay and half is not. At all. And then you have half the party trying to console the other half. It's like, what is happening? And then, of course, it takes a little bit of context knowing the previous episode into this one, the little nugget there at the end of Ismark actually pulling some black goo from Millard, which is an interesting tidbit that we'll dig into a little bit next week, presumably, which will raise a lot of questions, I'm sure. Anyways, so that's all my favorite moments. Great job to everybody. Like you all did wonderful tonight.
We tried.
Quite a broad episode in terms of the dynamics of what happened. It's like there's comedy, creepy, serious, comedy, serious, creepy, and it's just like kept going a lot of different directions.
Did you make up the spelling of Q on the spot?
Yes. Oh yeah, what was that?
Of course.
We'll have to just go look at the VOD.
I don't want to look at the VOD. I mean, I have to go look at the VOD because I have to edit it for the Spotify, but still.
Yep. Yeah.
You deserve accolades for that.
Yeah.
It's really
most of the letters are silent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be QE.
Yeah. Basically, like, it was just as simple as like, this is the drunk guy attempting to spell something, getting to the end of it and realizing that's not right. Most of them are silent. Fine. Drunk logic.
Drunk logic, you have to love it.
Those are fun characters to do. All right, so chat, any other last questions or anything before we transition into literally giving something away, because everybody loves free stuff, right? And then we'll wrap things up. So, and I'll ask one more question does Nadar eat rocks or keep them as pets?
Yes, the answer is yes.
Both? Which is unsettling now, thinking about it, I suppose. Gosh, poor pets.
Poor pets.
That's kind of disturbing now, thinking about it.
No, some of them are pets, and some of them are not lifelike, so they are food.
I guess it's very important.
Was the sacrificial lamb.
Right. And we have no idea what that thing did to it. Once it got to the rock, God help it. It was like, send off, sir.
I think he would ignore the rock and look for some sort of creature.
That's assuming it's intelligent.
And
Yeah, but
Johnson
how
I mean,
was
it
did-
pretty
had a glow
strong,
to
too,
it. I
so-
don't know
Why
what the
would-
glow did for it, if it gave it some sort of tracking.
Oh, you don't know that. You don't know that what it would do to it. I didn't say it would eat it or anything like that. It just went to whatever made the sound and was going to do something. Because you don't know what that creature is yet.
And I hope I never do.
Not me.
Wouldn't
I want to know what it is.
wouldn't count on holding on that one too long. All right, so and then I'll do we'll do one more question for the players, and then this will be last call. So like after these questions are answered, we're going to give something away. So it'll be really quick. We're just going to ask what your theories are on what the heck is happening with the black goo that exited Millard, because that's some context there. Because like he had a dream about it, that's clearly not reality. Yet here it is coming out of him. So a lot of things to tie in there. So we'll go backwards from what happened. So Mr. Richard, we'll let you go first.
I'm going to refrain from answering because I have a little meta knowledge of that.
Well, sure. Yeah, you can.
Due to character knowledge, so I don't want to. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair, I suppose.
He's
all right.
disappointed.
No.
Yes,
Like
but-
thinking about it, it's like, his character would have a little more insight, so I suppose that's true. Well, because it could still be a theory. You could not know exactly, but I'll accept that answer. So, Liam, what about you?
I don't know. Some sort of maybe symbiote?
No, I was going the full Spider-Man route. We're getting the MCU guys. We're bringing it
Supposed to
over.
be Becoming Venom.
All right, Miss Bex.
I don't know. We'll go Venom.
Nice. Two Votes for Spider-Verse. Okay.
We all, if whatever's the majority, will be the right answer, right?
Sure.
Yeah, right.
Sure. That's how it works.
Can we run into some kid who's named Parker Peter?
I mean, if someone redeems the channel points for it, sure.
Nice.
Oh, I don't quite have enough.
How do you not have
You will
enough?
eventually. So I mean, it's a matter
I've
of
redeemed like 2 or 3 of those already.
Oh, okay.
yeah. And you're welcome for the first,
Yeah.
because hopefully it lived up to the hype. SJ.
What is the goo?
Not just what is it, like what's your interpretation of that whole situation?
There, Dirk
Dirt.
did it for you.
I was just wondering where he was, and he thought he lurked, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's there.
Write it down.
He's fishing for ideas.
No, I have to write down the other NPC to add.
He says, but he's really writing down Venom and Prince of Darkness.
Darkness. I am the darkness.
So SJ.
Right. There you go. Hold on. Okay. What is the goop? From my knowledge or from Ayla's point of view?
You gotta go with your knowledge,
For
your
S-
theory. Your
yeah, for
theory,
SJ's theory. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it must have something to do with Omen and the way that she hurts people. Not necessarily hurts as in like truly afflicts damage, but like messing with people, because she seems like that type where it's like, I don't want to fight, I don't want to mess with you. So that's why I like when it came to fighting, she's like, that bores me, I'll let my dogs deal with it. So this seems more like something that could eventually be an amusement for her. But it's also obviously something that I'm gonna get it wrong. Someone help me.
Character name's coming, but I don't know which one.
Do we want to hedge
Irina's
bets on if it's the
brother.
right one?
Yeah, Irina's
Easemark.
Easemark. See, I was gonna say the wrong one. Easemark. Obviously, Easemark knows what it is because he's like, we gotta talk about something, and I'm just like, buddy. Every other like important sentence that you say is we need to talk. So why don't we sit down, have brunch, and you can just tell us everything that we should know, because this is getting ridiculous. So obviously he's seen it before. I can't remember if he's dealt with Omen before, so whether or not truly has something to do with her or with Strahd in general, not sure. But
There's some assumptions there, but sure.
Yeah.
Ismark saw Omen when we first met.
Right,
Omen.
but I understand that he saw her then, but I don't know if he's dealt with her in the past before us.
Sure. I mean, I go with B Cube's comment in the chat. There's really no dramatic tension in that, so it's not really as more fun if he just tells you everything in one go.
But it's like he's just assumed that we're just gonna die, and then it's like, they haven't died yet, so I need to fill them in on this other thing.
You're assuming he knows what just came out of Millard, too.
Well, I mean, he literally did it and is like, we need to talk about this and what's going on here.
Sure.
So I assume he knows something or other.
That could be one way, or who's to say he's not about to tell you the dream he had?
True. But either way.
Just food for thought.
So the only thing I'll add to it, Matt,
Go for
given my previous answer, is grant us eyes.
I don't want red eyes.
Attaboy. Attaboy. By golly, he might have it. Kitty! Okay.
The cat, everybody.
All good answers. Obviously, I can't give mine because, yeah. So, let's give something away.
Go ahead. I'm curious what you have to say.
Yeah, Matt. What are your
what do you
thoughts
think
on
it
the
is?
black goo?
Well, listen, when Gandalf puts
No.
Nicki Minaj's name in a Goblet of Fire, things just really take a turn for the weirder. Yeah, that's my take on that.
No, we're not giving away the cat.
I'm gonna be a little disappointed now if that doesn't come up.
Right? Like,
what?
I kind of want this to happen now.
Oh, come on.
What are we
Man, you
talking
said
about?
you had points, right? Can you name a character Nicki Minaj?
Please don't. Please don't.
I don't have enough points yet.
I should
but,
have
like,
enough next week.
I have enough points, but I'm not doing it.
Oh, no.
You gotta increase the cost of this because it could get
Over.
out of control, especially later on, I guess.
Well, what I'll probably do is say that players cannot redeem it after a certain time. Because
I already redeemed one. So.
we'll have like we'll say like every player could probably like redeem one and then cap it off from there. Probably would be a safe thing because like you guys will always have those things revolving and we'll just be naming NPCs left and right. But I want to let it happen every now and then because it's fun. So I don't want to stifle it too much. But
you can set it so only one person can do it
per
week.
stream.
Yeah,
per stream.
Yeah. So even then, that's a lot.
That's 52
That's if they do
NPCs a
it.
year.
That's if they do
Yeah,
it.
that's 52 NPCs a year if that happens.
If they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still.
You might not always come up with an answer.
At any rate, I think it's time to give something
Toy
away
time.
for free. So
away.
We.
Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now.
all right. So the lucky winner of tonight.
Wait.
AK712.
Yay! Round of applause.
Goodness, the oldest member here that
How
has
is
been
he the oldest member here and he just came in like a
because
week ago?
he was in campaign 1 pretty much from
I know. He
like,
was here
he
for
was
campaign
around.
1. It took him a while to jump in here.
Had a boy. What are the
All
odds?
All right, now tell us what our contestant has won.
Mr. AK, you have won something free of choice from dndbeyond.com. Get with me in Discord and you will have a free module of your choice.
Oh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yep. So just message me in Discord. We'll talk, get to figure out what you would like exactly, and we'll get you hooked up. Congratulations, by the way.
As for Curse of Strahd.
There you go. Or whatever you would like. All right. So congratulations.
Pretty wild.
Congratulations, Mr. AK. Congratulations, all players, for surviving 25 episodes and making it this far. It's been a wonderful bout so far. Looking forward to hopefully at least 25 more and maybe more past that, depending on if you guys survive that long. I hope. If every night goes like tonight is, I'm very uncertain. So we shall see. But thank you guys so much for everybody. The people who have subbed during the stream, you're all amazing. The people who are Patreons, every last one of you, are also amazing. And we continue to make as much content and as much stuff coming up that we have even more coming out to give back to the community because it's so much fun and we're just having a good time doing this and we want to give back to all you guys. So thank you guys so very much for being with us over the year of 2021 as we're now in 2022. And hopefully we will just really deliver this year and have a good story to tell and entertain all of you as much as we possibly can. But that is going to wrap it up for tonight. That wraps up episode 25. We will see you guys next Tuesday for episode 26. So until then, everybody say goodbye.
Good night.
Till next time.